Hello and welcome back. It is time, no, certainly for the last time, for us to get back into Final Fantasy XVI. I mean, if we're not at endgame right now, then I don't know what endgame is, man. Ultima's gone and created turned the capital city of Sanbreque, well, the newer capital city of Sanbreque. What was it called? It was like Twin something? Anyways, he's turned it into a giant crystal, a giant mother crystal, floating above the ocean. And so now Mid is trying to figure out a way to make an airship, or perhaps turn the Enterprise into an airship. Either way, in order to get us up there, but also Dion has offered to fly us up there as Bahamut. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, Bahamut does have wings. Like, that is an option. Now, of course, if we need backup, having a airship would be nice. And yeah, so it's looking like Clive and Joshua are gonna storm the crystal. But before we get into that, there's some side quests we gotta take care of. Hopefully get the one material we need in order to make the ultimate sword, and then also the one material we need in order to make the ultimate belt. I assume these are the ultimate belts and swords because the belt and the sword both require Orichalcum, which in my experience of, admittedly limited experience, but my experience of Final Fantasy games and such, Orichalcum is like, that's what you need for the top tier. To make the top tier equipment, you need Orichalcum, and it's a very rare material that you will find, you know, from this quest or that, or in our case, from generally from hunt quests, like, or not quests, but you know, hunts from the hunt board, bounties. So, let's get into it, shall we? There we are. So, there's no more side quests to accept here. We've got quite a few that we have accepted. However, there are also a few that we haven't accepted yet out in the world. Like I think there's one or two over here, one over there, one up there. So, let's... Oh yeah, and this quest and that quest are the same quest, but you need to go to two different locations to obtain the oil from Aldhill and defeat a desert Tor in Karava. Then over here we gotta make for the mooring outside Port Isolde. More than words. And then what's our first one? Search for a wild wyvern tail near Rickmal's Roost. Where is Rickmal's Roost? Is that the one that's out here? This quest? Trial and error? Nope, I need a tale to tell is the one I'm looking for. Ah, right, of course, over in Waloed. Alright, we'll hold off on going to Waloed until we've accepted every quest, because there might be another quest that's going to send us back to Waloed again. who knows? Let's go to, let's take care of Sanbreque up here. We'll deal with all of Sanbreque. At least for now.
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
And what can I do for you?
And what can I do for you? I don't know. Do I have anything to sell to you? Got a bunch of stuff used in crafting. We're going on to that. Gotta shoot never know.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Have
will.
our coin? I've struck enough.
Ain't have a coin. I was stuck. What is your voice, sir? Okay, head out here. Ah, this ought to be the recruit. It needs
I'm nervous. Is it alright to be nervous?
I'm nervous.
Well met, Cid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, master.
Please, just Cid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Cid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav.
Gav?
It was
Yeah.
him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You
Yeah.
clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine Cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
Now listen.
You haven't done anything yet.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring
Without
it here,
being seen.
right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You will need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Know your limits, don't get in over your head.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Yeah. Impress me.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Run like the wind. Where? Okay, yep. Just around here. Oh, silly wild beasts. You're 15 levels too low to fight me.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not.
Oh, maybe not.
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Stay.
Then run!
Ben run!
If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Nice try.
Todd Davis. Yeah. Nice. Not bad. Another 100 AP. I've got so much AP lying around.
Ember, are you?
Hey, you okay, Amber?
Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Let me guess though, he ended up using me as a distraction in order to go and get that logbook, did he? Or did he just flat out fail? He just flailed and ran.
A fortress?
A fortress? And who'd pay for that?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job?
He's got the logbook.
I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
That's what I thought.
This won't be an easy decision.
Well, let's go to the Vale.
That's better.
Pop a potion, buy another one.
Do you see anything you like?
Potion.
I do
Yeah,
like a
right.
customer who knows what he wants. The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't...
I would speak with this Duke.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Yeah. Wasn't wearing his uniform.
Town
Yep.
needs you.
Captain has turned in his uniform. He does not want to work for the Duke.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications.
Of course.
The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizen's watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength.
Of
That
course.
the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Yeah. Gladly.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine. And it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people.
Yeah.
He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer.
Yeah.
We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Let's go. In the market, I believe, she said.
Your town needs you. Saw the captain just now.
Yeah, that's right. Cat is not wearing his uniform because he's not a captain no more.
What does the dame have to say?
Not
now?
officially.
So you are content to abandon the people? Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
Don't turn to me.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's
Well
rendezvous back
mentioned.
here later.
It's the kind of thing that I do.
Let's go.
Just down here by the shore, eh?
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Alright, where's the healer?
It's over.
Yeah. There we go. Easy enough.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me.
Yeah,
You all right?
of course.
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What?
Yeah.
This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Don't worry, I'm not like you.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new Empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut
That
of
glare.
Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
With no work on the fortifications has scarcely begun.
Yeah. Uh-huh. What are you gonna do?
We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand.
Retreat?
Did you hear me? That was an order.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
Come on. Get a move on.
But she is but a common...
Oh, but a what?
Whore.
Huh?
Yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
Yeah. Who are you? A duke? A duke of what? There's no empire anymore. You are just a common man now. There is no emperor anymore.
The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you.
I can thin the herd by
Both
a
of
lot.
you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
Let's go thin the herd.
When the fighting begins, we can take refuge in the barracks.
Good. And so we charge out into the field to meet with the enemy.
There are so many of them.
That's not that many.
Not for long. Is it over?
No.
No. It's only just begun.
It's certainly just begun. Right, is something behind me? Yeah. Ooh! You lose. You. Stop. Avoided that.
Let's try.
Alright, since it's gonna go forward, we'll have to do. They got most of his health. 70. I told you dodge. Pressed it just as he started to move. You got Blair to finish him off. Yes. Very good. Magic Dash and Meteorite.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Come on, Torgal. Let's go.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right,
Uh-huh.
and I was wrong
Uh-huh.
about everything.
Yeah, now you
I
realize.
had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them,
The only way to unite the people was with an empire. How about uniting them by protecting their homes, protecting their family, their loved ones from The oncoming horde? Like,
They would drift apart,
because that's a pretty big motivator.
to be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again, as did you, Sabine. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that, and I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, Your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Yeah.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything?
Things are looking much better around here.
Just a little further.
This the last one?
All right, Isabel.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter. All united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Can you? I just fought an army of thralls for this town. Do you think you can't count on my support? Like, what would make you think that you even possibly couldn't count on me? Vale signboard and another orichalcum. Perfect. Meteorite. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, that's all for Sanbreque. Let's go back to the hideaway. We gotta turn in that one quest and we can make our belt. The Ouroboros belt. Alright, take care of. Ooh, and there's something on the hunt board now. We should take a look for that.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Yeah.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, Any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
One more
I'll do
chance.
whatever you ask. I'll
I'll
spend
do
my days and
whatever
nights in the
you
pit
ask.
if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
All right, Ember.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the Cursebreakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
Gav.
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Quest complete. Very good, very good. Breath of Lightning Pile Drive. New quests available nearby. What? How many more side quests are there gonna be? My goodness, they're just piling them all on at the end here. Oh boy, there's 3. Okay. So we've got Cursebreakers came across this creature while searching for survivors near the abandoned village of Garnick. Misled by the abomination's appearance into thinking she might be a local woman, they went to offer their help. But soon it was they who were seeking salvation. The survivors say they can still hear the screams, both those of the White and those of their fallen comrades. Garnick Waloed. Cape Orzir Sanbrek. There's a saying among the Imperial soldiers of the Northreach garrison. Steer clear of the drowned tower, lest the spectre's sickle reap your root. They speak in typically uncouth terms of the thrall that dwells within the Ether Flood, one whose frightful aspect and command over lesser minions would appear to mark him as a high-ranking member of his species. Knight of the Splendent Heart. He looks cool. Most pilgrims to the holy capital of Oriflamme pass through the Penitent's Gate on the road from the Royal Meadows. Of late, however, a knight in shining armor has elected to station himself beside this entrance, accusing any and all passers-by of being Cid, the outlaw, the one who led Prince Dion down the path to destruction, and challenging them to a duel to the death. Dude, what's wrong with you? You want to face Cid? Fine, you'll face Cid. But Garnick Waloed. What are you doing? What is this quest, huh? I complete 2 side quests and then I get another one. Will they ever end? Gav? What? Gav, what is it?
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, I'll let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo.
Gav?
There's not lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by.
Yeah.
Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Oh, Gav. Gav. Let's go get a belt.
So what do I owe the honor?
Well,
What do you want?
I need a thing. See this? I still need that one more dark steel. But now that I've got 4 orichalcum, I can afford Ouroboros.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
That it?
For
Fine.
now.
First the skies, then the crystal.
Just like the advent of the great Grieger herself. Who knows? Now, I do know that we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. 11 more things here. That's a lot. Hooligan. Clive. It occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again. That those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge, and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Vivian. Here, not long out removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter, in which I try and find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Akashic, bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret, we will not falter, we will fight, and we will win. Isabel. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta speak with 3 merchants in Martha's Rest. And also, I'm just gonna double check the hunt board for where that one in Waloed is. Because I think we'll go to Waloed next. What's on the hunt board? Let's see. Garnick Waloed. Okay. Got it. Garnick. Now, where is that? Oh, it's this place. Alright. Let's go deal with it. That'll be simple enough.
Come on.
Along, Ambrosia.
Faster!
Faster! There's a Kashuk on the road. Quite a few, too. So what's that, like, going along the road? Oh no, that was just his, one of those axes. It looked like a little, like, off-white ghost floating along past the...
I can walk from here.
You can, but you don't have to. Clive, yeah. Hello, Gizamaluk. Yeah, you look a lot like Garuda.
Harmon's madness lives on.
She's not very easy to Ooh, parry. Nice. Yes. Shatter. There we go. Their health doesn't seem to be going down that much. My goodness. Get some health back. Right. I told you that. The flames going. Yes! Notorious Mark slain. Took a couple of potions, but we're doing well. Clouded Eye. Not what I need.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Okay, Isla should have a couple of potions lying around. Oh shoot, there are potions right there in that little town. Oh well. At least there were 2 high potions here, and being 1 regular potion down, that's not too bad. Angry Cap. Oh, and there's some potions right there. See? We good. Ambrosia.
Let's go.
Yeah! Let's go. Still another 350 alms left to our current destination. Yes, the Wild Wyvern Tail. The Rickles Roost. Come on, turn around.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over.
Yeah.
Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Thanks, Gal.
There's a cache of balloons though. Where are you going, bro? Ooh, it's not your lucky day, bro. Kamehamehas while you're down.
Nice try.
And the flower that we need.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Alright. That's that for here. Now, we can, I guess, return to the hideaway. Turn in a thing, take another look at the hunt board, because I think there's 2 in Sanbreque on the hunt board. And of course Hippocrates wanted the Wild Wyvern Tail. A tale to tell.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Pretty sure I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
You're talking with Dion, okay? You two are gonna sit and have a talk. It'll be good for both of you. Hey, Dion. Come with me.
Your Highness. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
Oh, no.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done.
Oh, because of it.
I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak.
No. Because you
I have
accidentally
sworn to
murdered your
atone for my
father.
crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right.
Yeah, I'm right.
I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Follow me. Dion. You two need to sit and have a chat. I demand it.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Uh-huh. You would be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail?
Yep.
The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environment in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him.
Yeah.
Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
Oh, a gift?
What's this?
Yeah, what is it?
A Stolas quill. Or more precisely, my Stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page.
Uh-huh.
So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about.
Yeah.
Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Quest complete. A tale to tell. A Stolas quill for my chambers, and Bahamut's Mercy accessory. Reduces Giga Flare cooldown time by 6 seconds. Yo. Yo. Yeah, that is Giga Flare. Does it tell me what the cooldown is? I don't think it does, but cooldown reduction of 6 seconds is pretty big. Which deal? We've got ourselves the Ouroboros combination here. Still need just that one more material. Alright, let's oops, open the world map. Oh wait, we gotta go to the hunt board. Figure out where those 2 hunts are located. In Sanbreque, as I recall. Then we can head off to whatchamacallit. Rosaria. Alright, so we got Penitence Gate and Cape Orsier. Penitence Gate, Cape Orsier. Penitence Cape. Cape Orsier, okay. So that's one location. Penitence Gate, Penitence Gate, Penitence Gate. Cutter's Gate for Penitence Gate. Holy Eye. Oh, way up there. Okay. Well, we'll start in Northreach. Gotta loop around to the west there. Wish there was an obelisk somewhere in these northern plains so I wouldn't have to slowly walk through all the way through the town. Hey,
Welcome.
do I need... No, don't need
And a
anything
fine,
there.
fine day to you.
And how might I help the garrison today?
And how might I help the garrison today? Why am I not allowed to sprint in towns?
I haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed...
Yeah, that's good.
Do be careful.
I will.
I will. I'll be careful.
Let's go.
All the way down here. And all the way northeast. We need to find these beasties. Never know which hunt is going to get me the material that I need. Be further up this way.
Time to fight.
No. Soon though. Goodness, there's a chronolith down here. I'm not messing with it right now, okay? Sorry, but nope. Really nothing around here. Where is this beastie? Is that it? Is that what I'm looking for?
You deserve a rest.
Hello. Prince of Death, rank A. Alright then. Prince of Death. Enough. Notorious Mark Slay. Yeah, 9,200 XP, 100 AP, 15,000 kill, 45 notoriety. The Dark Steel! Yes!
I'm getting tired of these things.
Oh, before we leave, there is one more creature out here, and I don't want to have to trek back through that city again. Technically, I don't know, I guess it's about equidistant, but with the fact that I can run on my chocobo, I'm sure it'll be faster than traveling, walking through all of Northreach again. So I'd rather just get this hunt out of the way, then we can upgrade our sword, take care of the rest of these side quests. I go all the way over there, all the way to that castle gate. You're yapping, little burns. Akashic Chocobo. Oh, it's so sad. Alright, you. Challenging everyone to a duel to the death. Claiming that they must be Cid. You wanna fight Cid? You got him. Knight of the Splendent Heart. You Dragoon.
You're the outlaw! The one who drove his highness to madness! On your knees!
He hasn't heard. It doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
His highness is at my face right now.
Your death yourself! live.
Hunter, hunted. 10,350 experience, 105 AP, 17,000 gil, 2 meteorites, 35 vitality.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
Yeah. If only you'd realize that.
Better already.
You don't need to kill me, and Dion's on my side. And is, back at the base. Back at the base. Speaking of the base, let's go get our sword. Also some potions we need to resupply. After those notorious marks.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Let's stock up.
We'll get back to more than words later.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again.
I'm sure.
Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or... So
I'd
will
like
it be?
the best sword. Gashadamarong.
Should last you a good while.
Half past twilight, trophy earned. Yes.
And?
Should last me a good long while. Look at this sword. This black sword. It's black as night blade. I'll read the letter while I'm here. Then it's back out to the field. Ifrit, you have my sincerest gratitude for reuniting me with Master Harpocrates. That I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret. Though, in these past few moons, I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. We must swiftly see to the menace that is Ultima, if not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense. Dion. Thank you, Clive, for ever indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I am ashamed that for far too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pall from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies, you might be inclined to set to page that quill I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time with the Holy Prince, myself included, Harpocrates II. Of course. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I'll get this little marker knocked off. For the quill. There we go. Off to Rosaria. Gotta go to Martha's Rest, get those 3 merchants spoken with. Gotta go to Aldil Docks to obtain oil from Aldil. Then we've gotta make for the mooring outside Portishold, which I think is for, I wanna say it's for Mid. To help her with her, with making the airship.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
Yeah, I need a silver chocobo feather.
I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
Are you?
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not.
Or
Though
maybe
you're
not.
The first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
I will gladly hunt it down. The Bata feather. I still need to, I still need to talk to 2 more traders here, huh? Ridiculous. Can't talk to this merchant,
Just because
though.
the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, don't mean
He's always here.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Also, look at the gold inlays on the blade. Looks nice. I've found one more merchant with news of a
It doesn't still hurt,
silver
does it?
chocobo.
Can I help you with summit?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Since I'm already here, you know, it's right over there. It's not that far. Ambrosia?
Ready, go?
Chocobo?
Yeah! Can hardly make it.
Oh, for a sunny day. Yeah. It has been cloudy for a long time, hasn't it? All thanks to Ultima. Back off, Fallen. I'm looking for a silver chocobo.
Tracks. One left by bandits for a change.
Chocobo tracks, at the very least.
More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Hopefully.
I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
Hello. Making friends with Ambrosia, are you? Or are you? No, you're both. You're a couple of silver chocobo, huh?
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Got our feather. Now let's go to Aldhill. Get them oils. Nearby. Oh. Save oils, ship by
It's oil.
town.
After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Okay. That's one. Gotta find one more. Not that way, I guess. Okay, so this oil thing is the thing that Mid needs. Make for mooring outside port.
This should be enough.
Oh, is that the one for Torgal? The quest for Torgal? Yeah, because he wants me to go to the island. Real quick. What is this? Sharp fangs. Let's go, boy. Let's get you taken care of.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
Yeah, there's enough
You
room.
two go on without me.
What?
I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy.
Off we go. Just me and Torgal.
This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
Look at that. Little tree house. I mean, not little, but...
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Aww.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy?
Is that my old shield? And some
This is
armor?
all from the castle.
Oh.
And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy?
Good boy. You're such a good boy.
Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
You were such a cute puppy, Torgal. What else, Torgal? What else you got?
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right, all right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
What's out here, Torgal? What we got? Nice view.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Charged sparring sword for Clive's Chambers. Caval's Fang +1. Increases Torgal's attack potency. Cool.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Alright. I think that's it for here. In Rosaria. Now, need to deliver the Chocobo feather to Gav, but I think first we'll meet Havel at the gates of Randala. Why not?
Do you see that too?
Great south. Do you see that too? Where is it at?
Papa?
What is it?
Oh, there it is.
Just make it stop. Make it stop. I'm scared.
Yeah. It is pretty scary. Hey, Ambrosia.
Come on.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh boy, 10 gil. Leave me alone, would ya? There we are.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Rutherford?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you!
Yes, Havel.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
That it won't.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
More odds. Listen, Sontis. Enemy slain. Why right, Magic Dash, Goblin Coin.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah?
Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
Yeah.
I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
I think I know who he's talking about.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
Leave.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience.
Yeah?
Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Quentin. Off to find Quentin. Is Quentin not around here? Quentin's in Lostwing. Golden Bales. Well, we will get to that after we've dealt with some things around here. Let's first go to Dravage, because it looks like there's a new item in this shop. And I should like to see what it is. Perhaps an orchestrion roll that I might purchase?
Would you like to see my wares?
Defender, it's not great. Already got that. Oh, maybe it was this. Dancing steel. Young and spry and only spraying steel. Gilbug, we can sell
Thanks.
that and the goblin coin.
Anything else you don't want?
That's it. Let's go to Tabor. There's another side quest to accept. Wait, oh, and looks like there's a quest.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Take care of.
Thank you for the deal, egg, mister. Mummy made a pottage.
Down here, then. Hello, undying people.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Oh yeah, the will.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might, we at last overcome it. And only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for you, for both of you, your father.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill. who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
That we shall. To the archive. But also, is there another question here? Perhaps, oh yes. Cyril.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
Seems you're learning.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Duty Undying 2. Figured there would be another quest to send me to elude.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
Here, take a look at my wares.
Defender, Runeblade, Diamond Sword, Circle of Heaven, Sun Bracelets, Ginginier. Already got that.
Go safely.
Okay. Onwards to speak with Cyril's Cast.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more. What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know...
What is going on? Keep dropping frames on my stream. But it's like here and there at random. It's so weird.
That nothing would have pleased him more.
There they go dropping again. What is going
than
on?
for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
Come on, what is going on? Seriously. I don't get it, man. The stream was going just fine. Then all of a sudden, just starts dropping frames. Don't get it. What is going on? And it's just, ever since I mentioned it, it started dropping more and more. It's certainly nothing to do with my internet. It's gotta be Twitch being dumb for some reason. What is going? Come on, man. What is going on? Seriously. And there it goes again. It has dropped like 6,000 frames in the past couple minutes. I don't know why.
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Why? What is going on, dude?
I am much obliged. Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, your...
Seriously? It's so annoying.
Reese, in answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy.
Oh my goodness, seriously. What is going on? Why are you dropping frames so much? I don't get it, man. What's your problem? Hmm. Come on. Seriously? Really wish it would just stabilize and stay stable. This is so annoying. Especially during a cutscene where if it drops frames, you're gonna miss parts of the scene. Erg! I keep watching, you know, it's going like, I have it set to 6,000 kilobytes a second, and it keeps like dropping and going back and dropping and going up and dropping and going back up. Come on. Stabilize, please.
Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield? It would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Okay, at least the conversation's done. but...
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Mm-hmm. Right down here. Seriously, it's dropped more frames in the past, like, 2 minutes than it has all stream. What is going on right now?
Ready, go? Enough of you, are there?
Good man, I'm just gonna wander away from them. I don't feel like fighting.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Hey. Oh, look.
There it is. For House Rossfield.
The House Rossfield. A lot of space. Oh, come on.
Riders roll ready.
There we go. Sun-Titseken. He wouldn't even do anything. He was just standing there, stunned. I was so far away from that. Not only does he charge towards you, but he also takes a shot. How are you supposed to... Big. And of course I'm still dropping frames every couple seconds. Gosh,
is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goritha will know.
I expect so. Let's go take care of this thing near Dravosht for mid while we're over here. Out and about. Oh, and let's heal up. And by heal up, I mean gather more potions from the merchant.
Would you like to see my wares? Thank you. Certainly.
Let's go.
Faster!
Steel silk.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide?
I think right here, out in the open. Right, we need a tortoise shell.
It looks like we found him.
Go near me. No. Let's get that since it's in the level 4. So close, there we go.
Let's try.
No.
You're finished.
You're finished. Adamantoise shells, shark fangs, meteorite. Let's
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Yeah, that you should. But also, gotta go back to Tabor. Deal with a thing. Really wish my stream would stop dropping frames.
Oh, thank the Founder you... We're safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your Grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside.
You stop dropping frames! Come on! Seriously?
And outside the duchy, enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies...
Seriously. God, this is so annoying. It's like every 5 seconds it just drops like 100 frames.
be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how are you able to keep...
Stop it, Twitch.
From her.
Because I was the keep...
What? The second I unpause.
For the vault. Though I was...
Yeah! Why? Why?
But a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached...
Seriously. It's up to now 20,000 drop frames. I don't get it. I feel like I'm gonna have to try restarting the stream, like cut it off and then start up a new one.
Ozolith, I knew my time was short, so I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The bands suit you well.
Yeah.
It must be gratifying to finally receive the
Seriously, what is going on?
inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
I take it that will go into my stash in my room, likely.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Why am I on fire? But also, yeah, that was an armband. The Founder's Grasp. Ugh. It's 50 a health, so it's 18 more health, but 3 less defense. That's actually a pretty good trade-off. And, you know, it's important. Fashioned after those pictured adorning the wrists of the mythical founder in ancient engravings, Archduke Elwin intended to gift these bands to his beloved sons upon their coming of age, that they might serve to remind them of the unbreakable bonds they share as proud scions of the ducal line, and the unwavering devotion that would be required to see their duty done. I'm equipping it. Definitely equipping that. Now, the only thing left in this area is over at the Dalamil Inn. So let's go take care of that quest. Getting close to finishing up all the side quests. My goodness, there's so many. Hey, Lubor.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The Hideaway.
True. Of course.
Of course.
If they want to go, then
the children would be more than welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you, Clive.
Of course, be welcome.
I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned, and they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Also, the stream seems to have stabilized. For now, at least.
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Conrad.
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps?
No.
The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak.
You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
Wow.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up. What's Lubor raving about now?
These people.
Lord Ferda.
Cid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted. The bloody fools. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Cid! Ferda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Hey, Victor.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
Oh boy.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They don't tire. And they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, Bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go, Bearer!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on!
Just go.
Lubor. Wait. Someone's coming.
Go. Come on.
Stop! You're hurting him!
Oh, look what you done now. You stoned a couple kids. Are you happy? Are you proud of yourselves?
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Yeah.
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well? Does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going! And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Mm-hmm.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Seriously, these people. Oh, they sicken me. Oh, you were a bear the whole time. We hate you now, despite the fact that he's done all this work for the whole town. He's helped to keep it together. He runs an honest business selling the best steel around. The best swords, the best knives, the best cleavers that everybody in the town uses.
Allow me to explain the situation.
And they turn on him in a second.
The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalimil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalimil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan? Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalimil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch. A little gardening. How pleasant. I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn. Luckily, so am I. So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalimil.
For Dalimil.
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
Yeah, let's go. Just a little northeast of here. Yeah, there's definitely an Aether flood here.
There it is. The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
There's definitely some cash in here. What? Excuse you? Where do you think you're going? Why do they keep... Bro. Whatever, screw you. I'm going to this quest location.
We can't leave a single one alive.
Xantis. Obliterate. Xantis again level 5. Gobbler! This Akashic gentleman. Come on, that was perfect timing. It just didn't show the full end. No. His stagger gauge was just melting away. Sharp fangs, bloody hide, magic dash, meteorite.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
Yeah. I took out everybody that was here at their base. But who knows how many were already out in the field.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Yeah, don't say Sid.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalimil.
Yeah.
Lubor, allow me to apologize.
You better.
After all you have done for this town, We should never have doubted you.
Yeah.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry.
You doubted him because he was branded, despite the fact that the reason you found out he was branded is because he was saving children. Ah, we hate this guy. How dare he save children with magic?
That you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you.
You're right, it does.
So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours.
Yeah.
We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat? How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubor, about the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Look at those children. They really saved this town. Lines in the Sand 2. Electric Boogaloo. Briar's Kiss signboard. Impulse meteorite. Okay. Yeah, that's it for this section of the world. Still gotta go back to Alud, gotta go back to Simbrek, gotta go back to Rosaria. But we'll do this one first. This is about Clive and Joshua's father. seems important enough to put first.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain.
Of that I'm less
Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
Yeah. There we go.
He's just back there.
Here we go. Our father's headstone.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
You were like 9, Joshua. Like, calm down.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
No, we won't.
Onward then?
Onward.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Question complete. There's where there's a will. Almost to another level. A rusted battle helm displayed in Clive's chambers, of course. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. He has been in my party. What are you talking about? He hasn't just now joined my party. Whoops. Don't need it. But I guess he will remain in my party until the end. Looks like there's another side quest back at the hideaway. Let's go finish this thing in Lostwing. Oh yeah, gotta ask for assistance. Would be... They seem about equidistant. Oribel Downs.
Run like the wind.
Aye, ambusha.
No need to ride from here.
I require your assistance, Quentin. Ah, yes, Quentin.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on, then. Propose.
Well... Need your diplomatic assistance.
You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument.
Yep.
I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
I'm sure he will. All right. Let's return to the hideaway for now. Or, yeah, I mean, there is another side quest we'll have to accept, and who knows where that'll take us. Perhaps to elude again. Hey, Uncle Byron.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quentin would probably call me one of his, but yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy.
The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Oh, and join him we have.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you?
How dare you?
You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
I don't call myself the outlaw. Maybe Sid.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Quest complete. Three's Company. Ooh, is that a level? That's a level. And we're almost to 3,000 notoriety. Level 49. The Triunity Accord, which of course will be displayed in my chambers. Breath of Darkness, Heaven's Cloud. Oh, you put me down here?
What do
Now
you
I gotta
think
go up
that
the elevator
thing is?
in order to get to everything. I have to hide away. By the way, okay, no more hunts on the hunt board as of yet. There's something at the Patron's Whisper. Another quest at the reading. Right, I knew there was another side quest. I just didn't know it was at the reading table. But it's ridiculous. They just keep on handing me more side quests. They're like, here's another side quest. Oh, you completed 3 side quests? Here's another side quest. It's like, but, will I ever be done?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
And it's not like they were piling up in the background. I've been doing every side quest I could whenever I got
Your
the chance
benefactors are a generous lot.
to. Yeah. An Orchestrion Roll, Fallen Enigma. Every epic starts with a single word. Every symphony, a single note. This is but the beginning, and fore'er shall your legend be told. Fore'er shall your legacy be sung. Wasn't bad enough that it was dropping frames. Just had to drop the whole stream for a few seconds. Huh? Well, anyways, donation accepted to sail Forbidden Seas.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
And with any luck, we'll have better luck from now on with frames not being dropped so much.
It was no trouble at all.
Still.
Oh, don't you do this. Don't stop it. Stop it. Stop it, you. Stop dropping frames. Let's have a listen. Well, we're currently playing 1,000 tables. That sounds a bit epic for, a bit too epic for where we are. We're only missing one Orchestrion Roll. It must be some shop somewhere that I haven't been really back to.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
I've got a silver chocobo feather. Hey, stream, could you maybe stop? Why are you already at 1,400 dropped frames? Like, what? I want to strangle you. The second I unpause, it just drops another 180 frames. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, what is going on? Is it my internet? It'd be so weird for it to be fine, 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 not fine, 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 not fine, fine, fine. Like, why would it just have all these dips?
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
In a nest? A chocobo nest? Specifically a silver chocobo nest?
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their...
Okay, seriously, dude.
...pearls before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me.
Yeah?
Like the fact
To be
I'm as
fair.
good with a whittling knife. As I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go.
It's lovely.
What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give her my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
While we're over here, we will get that marker off of our trove here and read our letters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 turned in. There's only 6 left now. I've only gone through 5 of them. A fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now. But there's still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. I hate stepping in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you. But that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of Cooper nuts. You do good to remember that, Karen. Blue boy. I'm not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart. Just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime. It takes effort, persistence, and more often than not, a stiff brush and bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. we might now decide whether to embrace or to waste it. A wise man once said, "The night is always darkest before the dawn." It is a good thing that I count one who burns so bright among my friends. Lubor. Oh yeah, we already read My Beloved Sons. Wages of Fate. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominance sits upon yours? But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? That what Sid wanted? To cast aside the fate and forge our own paths? Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Joshua. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction. Before we depart for the skies, I would speak on this more in private. Sure.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Whoa! Priceless. Over there, we gotta go to the infirmary, we gotta go talk to Mid. So much to do. Really wish. I'm at 4,179 dropped frames. And counting. Hate it. I hate it so much. We're gonna persevere. We're gonna finish this game tonight.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs in it.
Seriously, what is going on? Why? Why? I don't get it, man. That it just keeps dropping frames. It's already, now it's 6,200 and counting. Ah! I hate it so much. Seriously, it's now 7,002. It just keeps dropping frames. What is going on? Stop, man. They're completely dropped out. Now it's back and it barely. I'm really struggling right now. I unplugged. I unplugged my Ethernet cord and plugged it back in. I tried switching the plug to a different socket. Nothing is working. I may have to like restart my router, which would likely mean restarting the stream as well. Sucks. Really, really sucks.